Pasta making. The most extra thing you can possibly do in the culinary arts. You're taking something that normally costs you $1 in a box at a store in like zero effort and making almost the same thing at home for like $10 and a ton of effort. But I will say at the end of the day, if you're an extra lad like myself, you will enjoy it and you will have a much superior product. So we're gonna make a little bit. The recipe is simple and can easily be scaled up. It's a cup of flour, 2 eggs, 1 egg yolk, pinch of salt, a little bit of olive oil. That's it. So this does like a good like 2-person serving. So if you want 4, double it, 3, triple it, 4, 8, quadruple. Yeah, you guys get it. It's math. It's hard. Anyways, we're going to do this on a board. We're going to start with a fork, slowly mixing in the flour, and then I like to use a bench knife to kind of scrape it together, and then eventually go to my hands and work it together. You can do this process in a food processor. Well, managed to use process twice in that sentence. So you can do this in a food processor. I think it takes some of the art out of it. It takes a little bit of the feel out of it. You really want to get a good feeling for the dough, different times of year, different humidity levels. You're going to need more or less flour, and with a food processor, you can't feel any of that. So as you're working it with your hands there, I'm not only making it less sticky by adding flour to it, I'm adding flour to it because it is too sticky. So I'm working it until it's nice and smooth and it doesn't stick to my hands anymore, and that's what that feeling is all about. I have strong feelings for dough. We're gonna rest it in the fridge for about 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, enough time to get you cleaned up, and then we're gonna get our pasta rolling machine ready to go. We're gonna start with a couple of trifolds. We're gonna do that twice on the most open setting. That way we get a good structure inside the dough there. It's nice and strong. There's no weak spots, there's no dry spots, no nothing we have to worry about. After we get those trifolds, we're going to progressively make this pasta sheet thinner and thinner. Now, I highly recommend you get a really good pasta machine. These things are not crazy expensive. I want to say this one's about $100 or so, opposed to a little like $20 Bed Bath & Beyond one that you get on your wedding registry. The difference you're going to see is enormous. This thing never sticks. It's easy. It rolls nice. Like, it's just a huge upgrade, and it's one of those it's just worth getting the right thing first and not having to worry about it. Make sure you're flouring your dough in between. Bring it flours, make it feel nice, make it feel like a pretty girl. So make sure you get plenty of flour on there. That way nothing sticks. And then as we get thinner and thinner, we're going to get closer to the thinness we want for our pasta. Now, there's a lot of different cutters, and every cutter requires a different thickness of pasta sheets. That should be in the instruction manual for yours. I think this one is like a 5. Not that that really means anything to y'all. You get it down to a 5, and then it's ready to be cut. We're going to roll this through the fettuccine cutter on this one. That is what we're going for here. And these cutters on the Mercato ones are really nice. It separates the pasta really well. For storage, what I like to do is, because it's an egg-based pasta, I'll flour these and then put them in a sealed container and then hold them for the rest of the day. That way, when I am ready to cook the pasta, it's good to go. It's normally best day of, but I have done it the next day, but I'd recommend day of. So, have a good one. Cheers, y'all.